Welcome to another episode of the Michigan Dynasty. Today, we play Illinois. Michigan, 9-1 after a thrilling 26-23 victory against Michigan State last weekend. And tonight, we play Illinois. Illinois be wearing their 70s throwback helmets with blue pants. Well, for Michigan, we'll be wearing our just regular home blue jersey maize pants. Time to play some football. I'll see you guys at halftime. Thanks for watching.
The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter. As we'll see, the Illinois Fighting Illini taking on the #1 team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. Makes a move. Got a little room. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So the Michigan Wolverines return team does its job and puts its offense in great field position. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways, but this guy is very dangerous.
And he picks up a first down. That is not a flag on the play. It's just lingerie on the deck after that move. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. The give to the single back. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with a pickup of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
And the Wolverines have this offense rolling.
This offense knew coming into this one, guys, how important it was to start early. And on this opening drive for them, they're doing a nice job running the football there on 3rd down. They're in a position on the field now. If you're on defense, you got to be ready for a shot throw into the end zone.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Caught close to the marker. It's Stewart. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. Absolute shank. Missed it. After the miss, no change in the score.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Illinois lining up quickly. Out of the gun to give to the back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Trying to escape and get it himself. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. They get to the line quickly.
Nice job. Nice way to end that play for the QB. He does a really good job scrambling, getting the first down, and getting down. Because defensively, I'm trying to get a lick. Anytime I can hit the quarterback, that is a win.
And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Off play action. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close.
What a great play. Winning one-on-one, getting home and getting a sack, and that kind of effort is going to get the big house fired up. These 100,000-plus Michigan Wolverine fans are on their feet screaming because of that dominant play right there coming from their D-line.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. He'll keep it himself. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. Here on second down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Running back searching for a hole. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. You put on that winged helmet, and the one thing you want to do is establish the running game.
No matter who the coach is, no matter who the players are, it's a tradition. It's physicality. That's how they built this brand at Michigan. And I think no matter who's there, it's going to be how they continue to build on that tradition.
That carry puts him over 2,500 yards for his career.
And it's been really fun to watch this guy's development in college football. He's gotten bigger, stronger, and faster in every game. He just seems to get it.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going for the big play. Makes the catch down the right side. They get him out of bounds, but a chunk play to wrap up the first quarter, and this offense will carry momentum into the second. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. First down to start the drive after the break. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. A little misdirection and the handoff on the counter. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just...
Ball in the air, intercepted. Got some room to run. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed, it's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
Feeling some heat. And they get the sack just like that.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Negative play on first down. That's what a defense always wants. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water inside.
He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Oh, it's a reverse. Dances away from one. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? From the gun, wants to pass. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now. Obviously, he threw a pick on the last drive. He's trying to complete that throw, but the defender gets a hand on it, tips it up in the air. That's oh-no. That is an oh-no situation. They're lucky that one hit the ground.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. And that one's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really...
And the blitz gets to him just like that.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
Fair catch, called for and made. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Looking down the middle. A strike downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to move it through the air. caught over the middle. It's Figueroa. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with 2nd and short.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And come on now, O-line, you got to take care of your quarterback. He takes care of you. He's the one who takes you to meals. He's the one that gets you those NIL deals. Everything happens through your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. That is your #1 priority.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And the Wolverines get it past the sticks.
I don't think a lot of people here are going to be surprised by that call. 4th and inches at midfield. Just go for it, run the football, and they pick up the first.
Really, what are you going to gain by punting there? Even a perfect punt just gives you a little bit of... And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Figueroa. A little excitement there to wrap up the first half, and that'll
Kevin Gallipo completes the first half with a pass completed, but at halftime, we have a surprising score. The score is at halftime, 0-0. Illinois has forced 1 turnover today on the interception that they Gallipo threw. Other than that, Gallipo 7 of 12 for 106. Rushing, Broncos 8 for 36. Gallipo's 4 for -13. Marshall's 3 for 13. Tandy 2 for 8. And Davis 1 for 6. Here's a look at your receiving stats. For Illinois, Rattay 3 of 4. 7 yards. Obviously, no touchdowns, no picks. Comes from LaGrange, Florida, or LaGrange, Illinois. But it's time for the second half. Michigan kicks off to start half number 2. I'll see you at the end of the game. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Both teams have been physical. Both teams have battled there in the trenches. Neither has been perfect, but they're both right there in this game. And it's kind of the calm before the storm. Each side sort of licking their wounds right now, but expect another fight in a phone booth in this second half.
Trying to find his man on first down. Fires to the tight end. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Illinois right back to the line. They try to pop a run on the draw. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Gets rid of it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make a play. Someone's got to break a tackle, make an incredible catch, and just give some life to this offense.
And whatever you can, whatever it takes. Don't worry about looking pretty. That's out the window. We've already looked really, really ugly. We got to find something that works to put some points on the board.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
To the ground. He's got it again. And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
And it's runs like that, man, where he just shows you a little bit of everything that is the reason why he's in the Heisman race. Like, this dude leads the nation in rushing for a reason. They hand him the football a lot. They trust him, and he continues to deliver and make big play after big play. This dude is an absolute superstar.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Wants to throw on third. They've got the screen set up. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the running back. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, it just seems like everything is working for the offense on this drive. Another nice gain, this time on the ground.
To the ground with the back. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to the well. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. 3rd and short from the 26. Pretty easy field goal range, but they'd love to pick up the first. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled, but he has a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like, because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not 3rd and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on 3rd down, setting up 1st and goal.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
I think tackling is about effort most of the time. It's about how much passion, how much physicality you can bring to get your guy on the ground. Refuse not to get him on the ground. That's not a big back. You got to get that guy on the ground. You can't.
Touchdown, Michigan! They take the lead with the 6.
And finally, somebody gets on the scoreboard. A first half of no points, 0-0. Now in the 3rd quarter. Sometimes when you get that rhythm and that offense rolling, sometimes it's hard to stop. So let's see if this is a trendsetter. Let's see if this starts the offensive momentum.
Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So the 16-play drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. power football with the run. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go. Illinois lining up quickly. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you, Paul.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll run the option. Got a little space. He's off to the races. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and just another day at the office for the national leader in rushing. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead, but...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines! That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Offense getting set for 1st down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Quickly to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Illinois right back to the line.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33.
Well, this offense has not put their best product on the field today. They've got no points to show for any of their efforts so far, but they've still got a chance. But if it's going to happen, it has to happen now in this 2-minute situation. This is where their playmakers need to step up.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
He makes the grab.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Finds his man. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw it again. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Dialing up a second down pass play. Finds his big tight end. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Michigan's long-head defense is built on discipline, carrying out their assignment, and they have done that. Today.
Carry out your assignment, do what you're supposed to do, but do it with bad intentions. That's what I like. I like the physicality. They want to.
That quarterback was doing his best Houdini, escaping in the backfield, but the defense finally gets to it. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.
Michigan's Kevin Gallipo will kneel the football down, and they will finish off a low-scoring 14-0 victory over Illinois. The game that at halftime was 0-0.
No doubt about it, but we know this
Michigan pulls through and wins this one against the Fighting Illini.
That's the important part, David, moving forward. They're going to have to play better on that side.
There's Jordan Marshall's second touchdown of the day. Here's his first one.
They definitely brought their A game, but listen, all you needed was enough points. Win, advance,
but Michigan wins either way.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another
Michigan
presentation of EA Sports College Football.
And obviously Jordan Marshall, player of the game. Kevin Gallipo, that's 11 of 17, 127 and a pick. Wasn't bad. Bronco 18 for 92, Marshall 12 for 62, and 2 scores. The only 2 touchdowns in this ball game. Here you see some of the receiving stats. Bronco did end up with a reception for 6 yards. So there's your blocking. Defense didn't get a turnover until turnover on downs at the end of the ball game. Savage missed his only field goal attempt today. Did make both extra points. Michigan only punted once. And the only scoring in this game, a touchdown by Jordan Marshall in the third quarter, and a touchdown by Jordan Marshall in the fourth quarter. Michigan wins 14-0 over Illinois. So, Michigan will move on to play the big one next week. That was a key conference victory for the University of Michigan. It's Malachi Combs commits, Greg Tobias commits, Lonnie Elmore commits, Isaac Swift commits, Alonzo Marshall commits. Jeez, we had a lot of commits. But the big one this week, we fall to number 2 in the nation. Oregon takes over the number 1 spot after demolishing Iowa. Second team to demolish Iowa this year. Of course, the first one was us. Ohio State comes in at 6-5. Probably nowhere near the top of the conference. Yeah, they're in 7th. 5-3 in the conference. Us in Oregon. Looks like we'll be playing for a conference championship unless we lose to Ohio State. Well, then we would have to hope Nebraska or Oregon lost too. Loses too. But hopefully, that ain't gonna happen. Michigan and Ohio State, the big game, the rivalry, the game. Nebraska's playing Iowa. Nebraska could lose that game. Illinois is playing Northwestern after getting stoned by Michigan. Penn State's fallen off since we beat them. 6-2 in the conference. 2 5-6 schools: Minnesota and Wisconsin, Indiana and Purdue, Michigan State and Washington. 2 4-7 schools. And UCLA and USC. 7-4. 7-4. 7-4. USC ranked 20th in the country. Michigan, though, is our worry. As we go in, as we stay home in the big house next week when we play the fabled Ohio State Buckeyes. Michigan. Taking anybody off the board until we know for sure that they are not coming to the University of Michigan. We're about to get Dorsey. So, and obviously once we end the year, we will be able to take a look through the transfer portal and see how everything's going. But Michigan will play Ohio State next week. There is no love lost in this rivalry between these two. Ohio State trying to knock off Michigan, who is looking to cement their playoff status. We'll see you next week for the game.